Go live here.
Fantastic.
You're on YouTube again. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for your patience.
Jonathan.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you, Jonathan.
Okay, very good. Thanks.
Having come out of executive session, and we have action that we wish to take. Is that not correct? Do we have a motion on our issues we discussed in executive session? Mr. Mayor, were you going to make a motion?
I was going to make a motion, if that's all right. It's I would move that we extend the JCTC that the city of Worcester has with, or Worcester Growth has with Scheffler / Luke Corporation for 2 years, matching the state JCTC that's in place.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Mayor, would you like to speak to your motion a moment, and we can tell folks why this is an important item and why we believe it's in the best interest of the community?
Absolutely. Scheffler is Worcester's largest employer. They've been in our community since 1977, I believe. So many decades of helping our city grow and have great employment for people. They, like everyone, have suffered some downsizing due to the COVID virus, especially in the automotive sector. They have met numbers for meeting our JCTC as far as the actual payroll, but it is the JCTC is contingent on actual job numbers where they are down in size. So they did meet the actual money side of it. It's the job side of it that they were lower. So they asked for an extension, if we could, to help them out to get everything going and growing again. So that's the reason we're bringing it forward.
Okay. Anyone else have anything to add? Comments? Hearing none, we'll vote. All those in favor of the extension, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed,
Aye.
same sign. All right, thank you very much. The motion carries. All right, Jonathan, next on our list.
All right, thank you very much. The very next item that we'd like to share, I'm going to give you a screenshot here of my screen here is the Ohio Wooster Innovation Site. This is an update from a project that we have been discussing for quite some time as Wooster tries to market what we hope will become Ohio's easternmost authenticated site, a select group of sites that the state of Ohio markets internationally for business leads and economic development opportunities. I'll jump ahead here, and you see on the screen the map to the bottom of the screen here is a property that is what constitutes our Ohio Wooster Innovation Site project today. And off on the east side, there is a 5.6 acre homestead site that is consisting of 2 homes. And this property was the owners of this property are looking to transition, and they approached the city of Worcester prior to placing the property on the market. A negotiation ensued between our office and the homeowners. You see on the map here the auditor's valuation, taking a look at land value, improvement value, and the ultimate agreement contingent on council approval here is an acquisition of these 2 homes at $285,000. Which is below the auditor's valuation, and after we went back and forth. Why this is important, we wanted to share with you how this enhances this site further. When we are trying to pursue leads, whether they're national or international, and we do have inquiries on this property that come and go, it becomes very attractive to projects where they can locate to an industrial site away from residential uses. And so there's always a little bit of a potential for conflict. Now, again, this is a large site, but this 5.6 acre site, by acquiring it, essentially frees up roughly 20 acres in this area on the eastern side of the project. And specifically, 10 acres immediately at the corner of Geyers Chapel Road and Daisy Way, which is being extended later this year. So it directly opens up just over 10 acres, and it makes another 12.5 acres more accessible. It is an investment that would be long-term, and we do have a recommendation from the Wayne Economic Development Council, as well as Team NEO, who has gone ahead and made investments to have the site reviewed from an environmental assessment standpoint, and has undertaken some significant expense working through archaeological surveys on the whole site. So that being said, we wanted to share that to the board as an update, and then also to entertain a question if there might be a recommendation from the board here that we can share with Worcester City Council as we hope to revisit this issue here at the upcoming council meeting going into the first Tuesday of September.
Anyone, comments? Well, I think we all certainly want to applaud council and the administration, but we applaud council for being forward thinking and to taking steps that may be in our future, but we will be protected because those steps have been taken. And I think this is a very wise suggestion, and one that reflects a thoughtful council and a careful consideration by administration and staff and council to look toward the future. I really appreciate it. I think it'll be a wonderful opportunity. And it's so nice to think that you'll have something that will be a unified package. Anyone else?
I would agree, Margot. This is Bob Brenneman. It balances out or squares off the property that would be available for development, and keeps it all within one industrial type of development sector. So I think it does clean things up and balances the whole property.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, it's hard for all of us who've grown up in rural areas to see farmland taken, but farmland doesn't support everybody anymore. And so we have to continue to strike a balance. And I think council's working hard to strike a balance by making an area, trying not to have it all here, there, and everywhere. And I think that's really a wonderful thing for us as city residents and county residents. Jonathan, do you need anything from us? Besides, do we have money? We could send you money. Although I have to say, Andre's money often turns out to be on paper. Actually touch it. Any questions? Okay. Jonathan, what's next?
Beyond that, we have just our normal placeholder for other business, which would be the schedule for our next upcoming meeting, which we have slated for our 4th, I apologize, looking at the specific date here for everybody, the 24th of September. At this point, we believe it's possible that we will have some additional business to share at that time. So we'd ask you to please save the date for that. And other than that, we'd like to open it up for any news or tidbits that board members would like to share for the good of the order. Anyone?
Jonathan, just a quick question. If we could get an endorsement by Wooster Growth for the purchase of this property, would that help with the council deliberations, or Mr. Ansel?
Absolutely, it would, Mr. Mayor. That's a good recommendation. Thank you.
So if people would feel that would be a worthwhile thing to do, is to endorse the purchase of this land, or encourage council to purchase this land.
Great.
we could prepare a letter of recommendation that our chair could send with our next packet.
That'd be wonderful. Thank you.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Do we need to take a motion and a vote on that, or do you have a consensus that Worcester Growth would
Mhm.
endorse a letter from you, Margot?
Well, would anyone oppose such a letter? Let's do it that way. If no one opposes it, let's just write it and send it out.
Okay.
Thank you.
May I add something too?
Please.
I think if you're really in favor of this, council responds if individual members of the Growth Corp would reach out to them and explain why they are in support of the purchase.
Thank you for that information. Thank you.
But don't spend your time calling me to endorse it, please. I get things the first time generally. Thank you.
Sometimes, but sometimes I have to steer them back on track.
But every once in a while, I like to call somebody who is nice to me. You know. No, they're all very pleasant.
That was a great suggestion, though, President
Thank you
Biden.
very much. Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Mayor, do you have anything else to come before us?
We do not. We are feeling very fortunate to have had some really good prospects come together here, and I hope it means good things for the future for our city.
And you believe we're all holding up okay? The hospital's okay. Your employees are okay. Our hardworking fellows on the streets are okay.
We have been blessed through this. We've had a very little down time with the virus. It is in our community, but so far we are weathering the storm pretty well, and the hospital's doing great.
Good.
Very, very blessed to have such a good facility here in our town.
Yes, we are. Okay, anyone else? All right, if not, let's have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay, we had more than one. We'll take that as a first, a second, a third, and a fourth. All in favor, you may signify by hanging up your mouse.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Evening, everyone.